This book, The Little Hospital That Could, recounts the story of a remarkable team of Panamanians and Americans working out of Howard Air Force Base in the Panama Canal Zone during 1997 to 1999. And this morning I want to welcome the author, Dr. T.J. O'Neill, to Daytime.
Thank you.
Doctor, thank you for being here.
It's a great pleasure and an honor. Thank you.
You were, I was talking to you about this earlier, but you were there at a very important time in history as the Panama Canal was reverting from America back over to the Panama government.
Yes.
Talk to us about being there at that time, first of all. I mean, you put together a team of people to take care of all of those personnel that were still there during this transition period.
In 1997,
Right.
the Carter-Torrijos Treaty came into effect, and all the facilities that remained under U.S. control went back to the Panamanian government.
Right.
The Gorgas Army Community Hospital that had 800 beds closed 6 months early. They ran out of time, they ran out of money. And so our 300 people, half American, half Panamanian, had 25,000 troops and their families, right, which was almost 8,000 more than they'd counted on. Mm-hmm. And when I got the assignment to go down, the clinic was there, but it had to be built up, tripled in size, and then, right, taken down in 2 years.
So you had to build it up, take care of all the medical issues that were going on,
right,
and then tear it down.
Create an ambulance service,
right,
create an emergency room.
Basically create an entire hospital system.
And we had to contract downtown with 3 good Panamanian facilities. Mm-hmm. And keep in mind that the Panamanian team knew that according to the plan they were losing their jobs, right, at the end of it because the Panama Canal Commission that was owned by the U.S. was going away. And so I came down and saw this team of people who were trying to take care of all these extra people, right, at the same time as they were trying to get their families, their pets, their friends redeployed back to the States and keep focus on taking care of all of these people who needed care. Ran the Aerovac system between Texas and South America, right, took care of the jungle warfare training battalion all the way across the canal that sent people downrange. This was the middle of the drug war.
Right.
And you'd wake up at night and 3 F-16s would be taking off to pursue drug planes, mm-hmm, that were trying to make the dash over the ocean back to the States. And somehow we had to build it up, take it down, keep the spirit. Right. And they did.
Yes.
And so when it came to 20 years, I realized nobody had ever told their story. Right. And these men and women, Panamanian, American, joint, called Zonian, right, all had done a tremendous job. At the very end, one of the things I'm proudest of, right, is that besides all of that, Hurricane Mitch hit, right, Honduras.
Right during all of this.
Right during all of this, and it drowned Honduras.
Mm-hmm.
And the Army said, do you have people to send up to help? And literally within 45 minutes, right, I had 80 people ready, phoning or standing at, yeah, my office door saying, I want to go help. And we could only send 10. They, right, went up, saw almost 2,000 patients, wow, in 2 weeks, and then came back and finished up closing the hospital down. And about that time, the Air Force Surgeon General was afraid that maybe it wasn't going to close. Mm-hmm. And maybe we were going to wind up still having a joint forces, an international hospital, as part of a counter-drug operation. So he made the hospital stand a joint commission 90 days before it was going to shut down forever. Wow. And you can imagine standing in front of this group of people, right, who are trying to get home, yes, who are trying to figure out what they're going to do 90 days from now when their, right, job goes away, and being told you've got to stand a joint commission inspection. Right. They put it together and got a 97 out of 100. It was one of the only 2 excellent reviews that the Joint Commission gave in 1999. The next day I get a phone call from the chief of the Panamanian Social Security, and he said, those people were what made that happen. I want to offer them all jobs.
And those people, those stories are told right here in your book, The Little Hospital That Could. Dr. T.J. O'Neill,
thank you, sir.
I've spent an hour talking with you about this, folks. The best thing you can do, pick up this book, The Little Hospital That Could, by Dr. T.J. O'Neill. I encourage you to do so today. In just a few moments, we're heading over to the kitchen. We're talking potato soup over there with John and Tracy this morning from Stanley's Produce.